Hello, how are you all doing today?
Hi.
How's everybody's day going?
Good. How about you?
Good. Awesome.
Good, yeah. Is everybody up on crypto today or what?
Yeah.
I think
accounts are looking nice.
I have a feeling that Karen bought Bitcoin right after our meeting.
I did, Josh. Thanks.
I'm like, please, I really do hope that she bought right after our meeting. I really do hope so.
I was like having all these banking issues and I was freaking out and my phone wouldn't work. I couldn't get a hold of the bank. I was in full meltdown.
No, I wouldn't either.
But then you bought, and what did it do?
Oh, yep, to the moon.
I said it was going to do it. I didn't know when.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to happen. You're like, well, should I wait till Sunday? I'm like, probably not.
That's good advice.
Yeah, great advice, I guess. That's I'm happy. I'm glad you got in when you did. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody in the backdrop. If you want to go ahead and unmute, just go ahead and unmute yourself and talk or raise the hands. I'm letting everybody go ahead and join. But we had Ethereum last night jump up from like 1780 to 1900, which is pretty cool. I got in on some of that ride up. We had Cardano drop the other day down to like 86, allowed a lot of people to get in. Came back up today to 93, which is kind of nice. It's on another downturn right now. But it's interesting to watch Cardano today because last night it was really bullish and the last few hours has been really a really negative downturn. Even though Cardano had some very positive news come out yesterday. And so this Thursday session is more for question and answers. This is kind of like a Q&A for you guys who are maybe Sunday, you didn't maybe all get it all, Monday or Tuesday, didn't really get it cleared up, and you kind of just want to jump into something today and get some extra help on it. So just let me know what you guys want to talk about. I know that there are some questions on the charting. These things right here. I put these out in a PDF format that you guys should have saw on the app in the group. And what I can do is just pull that up. I got a billion tabs open. So if anybody doesn't know me, I multitask and I have about 97 Internet Explorer tabs open at one time. And it usually makes my computer crash. I don't know why I do this. It's just I don't want to lose things. So I always keep them open on my desktop. It's like I'm going to be reminded of something, right? But I go in here, someone asked me to make a clearer version of this. It's in PDF right now. If it's not working for anybody and they need a clearer version, I'm going to upload a PNG image file of it. And so that should help you guys here very shortly. You just got to give me a little bit of time so I can find, I might actually have to go do that. I want to find out what topic it's in. I think it's investing basic and economic basics, right? Yep, there it is. So if you go under the topic of, just go over here, share the screen. And we're inside the group right here. And if you go to topics right there on the left-hand side, you'll have investing in economic basics. And right there is a document. You just click on this. There's a PDF. And yeah, I do see what you're saying. It is kind of fuzzy and blurry. I had to do like a multi-factor to get it over there. So I'll upload a better version of this. But for people that are wondering what this is anytime that we're talking about a chart, these types of charts right here, this is kind of your cheat sheet for the chart. When you want to start learning what is happening here, what all this stuff means, why I have all these lines here, all these lines, the red and the yellow and the green. This is all me. I put all that stuff in, and they all have various representations. If you remember the last time, we talked about support and resistance. Now what we have is we have support down here, this green line, and then we have resistance up here at the top. And we see how this price went down here, hits this boy right here, and then bounces up here and starts coming down again. That's support and resistance. And price is always going to move between support and resistance, except for right here. Except for right here, it drops below and then comes back up. And then you're wondering what all these are. Well, these are support and resistance at various time frames. So what I was just showing you was the 1 hour time frame, which gives us kind of like a big picture view, right? 1 hour time frame. Now, if I go to a 15-minute time frame, I'll see that these lines are matching up with new support and resistance. If I go to a 5-minute time frame, you can see why I mark these as such. Because if I'm looking at a short-term trend line, what is this currency or what is Cardano doing in the short term? What would you tell me that it's doing in the short term by looking at that? What do you guys think? You can go ahead and put it in the chat, or you can go ahead and just unmute.
So you're asking what the trend is, that it's moving down?
That's right. So trend. When I say trend, what we're talking about here is what is price doing? Which way is price going over periods of time, right? And so over periods of time, we can look and see what price is wanting to do. So in a 5-minute scale, price is going down, right? On a 1 hour scale, right? Is price going down? Not really. Looks like price is going up, right? We can take this trend line. I know that's kind of hard to see because I got a whole bunch of lines everywhere. We can just do this. There we go. And so in an hour trend line, no, you actually have the steady progression upward, right? And then if you look at like a day time frame, it's like parabolic, isn't it? Definitely an upward trend. So our long-term trend line is up. Our short-term trend line is down, or our 5-minute or even 15-minute trend line. Our 15-minute trend line is down as well, right? So before, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead and ask your question, bud.
I don't really have a question. I just wanted to state that, with stocks, when I see something like this, in general, when the stock or a coin is going down, I consider it to be under distribution. And I find that creating volumes are extremely important. When something is downtrending with low volume, to me, it signifies that, large holders are waiting for the stock or coin to come back down to their accumulation point, and then they'll pick up more. If you see a downtrend with huge spikes in volume, that's a major holder, dumping. And to me, that's obviously very negative. But with what I've been learning with these coins is, they spike much faster than, standard stocks.
Correct. So there's more, and what he means by spiking is volatility, is that the price point can go between supply and demand or support and resistance very fast. We can go from this point to this point very, very fast. Where in a traditional market, right, if we're talking about a stock that's pretty stable in the NASDAQ New York Stock Exchange, that transition might happen over weeks between these two price points, where in a cryptocurrency, this transition can happen in a matter of hours, kind of like what we saw with Bitcoin the other day. Bitcoin went from 42,000, right, to 53,000 in a matter of like 18 hours. That's a massive price movement. You're talking about billions upon billions of dollars of market capital moving. And so Mark is right, is when we're looking at this, what we look at is we also look at volume. Now, it's not telling us how much volume is traded here. Oh, actually, if you look up at the top right here, it's telling you 24-hour amount, 24-hour volume, right? And then these little bar graphs under here are representing the amount, the volume that's happening. So if you look, this downtrend right here, this was initiated by this large sell-off right here. But when I look at this, this is kind of what I look at, and we're on a 15-minute time frame. And I know someone asked and said, well, what time frame do we use? Well, that's important. If you're in a long-term trade, right? If you're in a long-term trade, you always, or even a short-term trade, you always want to reference 3 time frames. You always want to have a reference of 3 time frames and 3 trend lines. And we're going to get more into that Sunday. That's why we posted the PDF document this week. Sunday we'll be kind of going over the PDF document, what it means, what it looks like, why, what we're looking at, what all these things are. So, and understand is that this mastermind is about crypto and stocks. So everything that we're showing you here applies to stocks, ETFs, futures, options, everything as well. Whatever you're looking at a chart and a graph, all we're looking at is the balance between buyers and sellers in a certain market. And so for this one, it's Cardano, for instance. Now, what time frame should you use? Your time frame is dependent upon what trade, the length of the trade that you want to get into. If you're doing a day trade, I'm working with a 5-minute, a 30-minute, and a 1-hour time frame. If I'm doing a weekly trade, I'm probably working with a 30, or I'm probably working with a 1 hour, a 4 hour, and a daily chart. If I'm doing a swing trade, a longer 2-week, 2-month, 3-month, right? I'm looking at a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. And that's different for everybody. And Mark is right, is when we see these large spikes, that's telling us that someone who's a big holder of either a coin or what we would call an institution is either selling or buying. Now, the rumor is that with what happened with Bitcoin this weekend was our good friends BlackRock. You guys all remember who BlackRock is? We've talked about them a few times. Supposedly they bought $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now think about that. One of the largest money institutions in the planet just bought $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. To tell everybody to put Bitcoin in their free, to buy Bitcoin, right? So that's a massive move. And I promise you, that's nothing to them. That's like $50 for those guys. They're going to be putting a lot more money into Bitcoin. And so we're going to be seeing that go up over time. So Kathleen, so which time frame do we want to look at? It's really up to you. I like the 1 hour is kind of like always the default. The 1 hour chart is usually the default because that's going to tell you what it is doing right now, where it is going right now. Because each candle, if you remember correctly, each candle represents 1 hour of time. So we're looking at Cardano or Bitcoin right now. Open up. Okay, yeah. So this is Cardano is what we're looking at right now. And I might want to refresh my screen because the price isn't updating here. But yeah, we're at 92 cents Cardano. And what do I think is going to happen here? Well, what Mark was just talking about was the volume. So if we look at the volume down here, this downward trend, right? Look at the associated volume with this downward trend. Yeah, we have low buying power right here. But I guarantee you that we have massive buying power with these two guys right here. We have massive buying power right about there. Hey, Jeff, if that's Chai, just let me know. I got his money right here. Make sure, can you go look at it? Make sure it's good. We got a guy shoveling my driveway, so got some snow. But so when we're looking at this, there we go. You see how you had this buy up right here, these long tails, and the same thing right there is that means that there's a massive demand for Cardano at 90 cents. And so when this price starts to reach this, we're going to see a buy up again. It might break down and just go below. Yeah. Thanks, dude. It might break down below. I doubt it because I think 90 cents is a good base, is a new base for Cardano. I think that everybody's bullish on Cardano. They came out with some good news yesterday. They're going to have their full mainnet active by, I believe, March. So this downward trend that we're seeing here, this sharp downward trend, is kind of what Mark was just talking about. He's like, this is people who have big holdings trying to basically drive the price down so they can buy more. Dollar cost averaging in a sense before it goes up. So thanks, Mark, for that. And Mark, feel free if there's anything that you ever want to just jump in and say, just let me know, my friend. Go ahead, Karen.
I'm just noticing that every time you show us this, we're in the KuCoin. So is this the best place to see the candles and this kind of view? And do I have to have an account with them and have purchased the actual commodities in KuCoin to be able to get this view that you're looking at to do
okay.
the trading?
So, well, yeah. So let's go over KuCoin real quick. There's a link in the platform for people to join for KuCoin. I've been using Gate.io. I've been using KuCoin. There's Monarch. I got LCX. I'm on like 10 different exchanges. MCX is another one, right? But I have to use a VPN to get in the MCX because they block United States IP addresses. KuCoin, I'm finding really easy to use once you understand how to use it. It's not an easy platform to use. So the reason I'm in it is because, well, it's easy to get money into it. It's very cheap to get money into it. So if I send Bitcoin there, they charge me like $1. Like it's nothing, right? So I can basically send Bitcoin directly to my KuCoin account, right? And I'll just kind of give you guys an overview of how this works. And so you go in, you sign up, right? They have something called a KYC verification. Don't do that. If you're in the United States, don't do that. They'll deny you an account. Don't hook up your credit card. Don't try to hook up your credit card. The only thing you do is you just come in here, you create an account, you sign up, you log in, okay? You're going to have different accounts. This is my asset overview. You have different accounts here. You have a main account, you have a trading account, you have a margin account, you have a futures account, you have a Pool X account, and then you have sub accounts, okay? Now, margin account means that you can borrow money on margin, just like a regular trading account. You can do 10x trades on this platform, and what you can see, I'm already in a trade right now. And so I borrowed some money here. All right. When you first fill an account, like you'll go to your main account, right? So this is kind of where you'll send Bitcoin if you want to use KuCoin. So you send money to one of these. So let's say that you have Cardano and you want to trade Cardano here on KuCoin. You can send Cardano directly to your Cardano wallet. Just hit deposit. But I would say that if you have Cardano somewhere else, just leave it there, especially if it's staked. If it's staked, don't worry about it. They have staking on this platform. And I'll show you that here in a second. But let's just say Bitcoin. So I have Bitcoin right here. I can just go deposit. It's going to come up with this right here. And I click that, fully understand the risks, just telling you that you're transferring money on blockchain, be careful, right? And it gives me a wallet address. This means that I can send Bitcoin to this wallet, right? So I currently have 0.6 Bitcoin in there, right? And that if I want to bring Bitcoin in. I can send it to this wallet, and it tells you exactly how to do it right here. And so you go to your other wallet, Coinbase, crypto.com, whatever it might be, and you can transfer it to KuCoin, right? Now, you don't have to do this. You don't have to use this. I just really like this platform. The reason I like this platform is because they have a lot of different things that they do. So PoolX, staking and mining, crypto lending, soft staking. They have bonuses. They have, and every platform is doing the same thing. I can't get into Binance. Binance only allows me to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I could care less about Binance right now. But if I go to PoolX, for instance, I haven't done much in the staking yet, but the big blockchain right now that everybody's talking about is actually Cardano's competition. It's Polkadot. And so I missed it by a day, but you could actually stake into other projects in Cardano, which is kind of like the new ICO types of stuff. Is where instead of doing it in an ICO, you kind of just go in and stake. But here's the thing is I can go in here and I can start staking. So I can buy these coins, VSIS, EOS, Atom, and these are the percent yields that you'll get from staking here. And they're pretty good percent yields. Look at Arfield's percent yield. 50.89%. That's pretty damn good, right? And I think it's only a $3 coin too. And then DOT, if you bought some Polkadot, it's 12.24%. And I was showing people yesterday. So if you go to their soft stake, and what is soft staking? So everybody knows. For everybody out there wondering, oh my God, what is staking? Think of staking as lending. Think of staking as lending. And you're lending back to the blockchain. Think about blockchain as like Apple. Think about me having Apple stock. And I give the stock back to Apple, okay? They exchange it for money and they use it for liquidity. Basically, they utilize it to clear transactions that are happening within Apple. That's what staking is. It's really just me giving them back the money that I bought, right? And give them back so they can use that money to clear transactions that are occurring on that blockchain called liquidity. And so this is soft staking. So you can soft stake, basically it's like a day. You can put it in for a day, put it in for 2 days. There's variable APRs. Now, if you notice, Hydra is 170 to 180% expected annual yield. No joke. That's legit things, right? So that's what they're giving you. And so you have Atom, you have DOT. So you get a lot of different benefits by going to different exchanges. They have ETH 2.0 governance and staking. This is where you can go in. And so if you notice right here, I have 1 ETH that's staked and ETH 2.0. And so I have, I made 46 cents. Woohoo. But think about that. ETH is about a $2,000 coin and I made 46 cents a day in ETH. If that ETH goes to $50,000 a coin, right? And I had this going for a few years and I get, 0.1 ETH, 0.2. It just adds up over time. It's a cumulative over time. And I'm only staking 1 ETH because I just wanted to see actually how it worked. And because you actually have to transfer your ETH to a smart contract, which they control. So it's kind of, it's not sketchy, but I'm just testing it out to make sure everything works. But, when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of dollars, you want to be very cautious and careful. Everybody can agree with that. Go ahead, Court. Hold on. Oh, you got to unmute. Court. Got to unmute.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
So, it just looks so too good to be true that staking show 170%.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you do it? What am I missing?
Well, let's say that you bought this coin, right? Let's check it out. Let's just do that, okay? Let's go back. Anytime that you buy a coin, there is risk.
Right.
Okay. So think about it like a stock. Think about it. You know what the pink sheets are in the stock market? Think about it like buying a penny stock.
hmm
The incentive that they're giving you to buy that penny stock is 180% return. Right?
But at any time, it could tank. That's the risk.
There you go.
Okay. And how can you balance your risk reward? How can you choose which ones in with coins? Is it just the same way you would with stocks? You have to do your research.
Do your research, as well as think about it this way. Never put more money in than you're willing to lose. Number one rule. And so let's just go in here and let's just go look at Hydra. And I'm sorry this is loading so slow. Yeah, so Deb says, I've been looking at TradeView. The charts looked like the very similar set. Yes, everybody uses TradeView. TradeView is a website. You go out here, go TradeView. Then you already see it come up. So KuCoin, anytime I type in TradeView, all these other sites come up. So TradeView. This is TradeView right here. I'm already logged in. You can go and they have go cryptocurrency, go prices, go to Bitcoin. It's going to come up with a very generic chart, and you go full feature chart. You click on that, and the chart will look very familiar. And this is TradeView. And so all these companies, all these exchanges use an interface, an API with TradeView. So let's look at Hydra right here. There it is. So it's almost a $5 coin. So that's, man, it does seem too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, that's the incentive that the Hydra blockchain or whoever Hydra is has put out there for you to invest with them. Right? Who knows? Maybe they went through a round of funding to have $100 million that they have to get rid of, or 100 million coins to get rid of. Who knows? Would I buy $500 worth and stake it? Absolutely.
And between just investing in the coin and staking it is that you're investing in it, but then giving the money back for them to do what they want with.
Say that again.
The difference between just investing in the coin versus staking it is that when you stake it, you're giving them back the money, you're lending them the money, and that's why you would get the dividend at the end of the year.
Yeah. So think about it like this: is that if I just buy the coin and hold it, the only way that I have to make money off that coin is the fluctuation of the price up and down. If I buy the coin and stake it, I have two ways to make money or lose money. The price going up and down, but I can't pull out of the coin. So that's the risk I take, is I can't pull out of that coin now. So if Hydra tanks and I buy it at $5 a coin, it goes down to $1 a coin and it's staked, I can't do anything. But it's a soft stake, so you can actually pull it out.
And your shares are, like you said, like we know that value goes down, but your share amount is still there, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is one of the biggest problems with the current stock market when it collapses, is that, Walmart might go down to 32 cents and you own 100,000 shares and you're like, oh my God, I lost everything. And you sell all your shares at a discount to someone else. And then Walmart goes right back up to 117 bucks. And you're like, why didn't I hold on?
So unless they go bankrupt and close down, you should hold on.
100%.
You don't have a choice when it goes down to that point, but.
Right. And so when we're looking at cryptocurrencies, though, is you want to be very cognizant of the technologies. There is one particular that we are going to look at today. And this is, I had it up on another window. And this is Seller. And so they've been very, very quiet. Okay. Very quiet. And what they do, and so by the way, this, if anybody knows, this is a very inexpensive coin. It's about 3 cents right now. And they've been very quiet. And what they do is they basically are a layer 2 platform. So think about it as an intermediary for gaming and micropayment systems. So if you have a kid or if you play Fortnite or Roblox or anything like that, are they always asking you to buy those $10 packages of V-Bucks and stuff?
Yes.
That's what these guys do. So think about this is eventually it's going to be that you can go into Fortnite and buy V-Bucks and you hold $25 of V-Bucks. But let's say that your son wants to now go play Roblox and he wants Robux. He can transfer his V-Bucks in the Roblox with this technology. And they're the ones that basically are the intermediary. They're the ones actually doing all the transactions that remove the banking and the middleman. Not only that is they have, there's so much that they're doing. So they've been really quiet and that's why they're very low priced. All right. But if you look, they're working with Maker, they're working with Polkadot, they're working with Chainlink, Qtum, and these guys are going to blow up. If you're looking at where Cardano is now, that's going to be Stellar in the next 3 to 4 months. The reason I say that is because, well, their CEO is actually coming out and doing a live Q&A with crypto.com in a week and a half. And the only time that people like that come out and do a live Zoom Q&A is when they're about to announce news, and it's usually good news.
So Seller, for instance, you can buy obviously on crypto.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in yet. I'm nervous to get, I just need to learn a little bit more before I'm in.
Yeah.
I just noticed someone else asked too. So crypto you can, but Coinbase, you can't necessarily buy all the different coins. So would you say go to crypto to buy Seller?
Yeah. So if you're on crypto.com, you can buy Seller on crypto.com.
Okay.
It might be restricted per state. And if that's the case, then put your money on KuCoin, right? Buy some Bitcoin on Coinbase, send it to a wallet on KuCoin, and then just buy Seller. And everybody does have those links to join up to KuCoin if they want to. There's KuCoin, there's Gate.io, there's a few others. And guys, I'll get to your questions here in a second, but
I'm going to pop off now, but I just wanted to say what you just said, that last sentence is what I've been waiting for.
What's that?
Just even some of the basic process for some of us that haven't gotten in this yet, like just those little tricks of like buy Bitcoin from Coinbase and then send it to your wallet at KuCoin and then you can buy the Seller. Like that's golden.
Yes.
For me, so thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Brady's out there. We've been talking about that. A few of us have been talking about that is how do I get these coins? Like if I want to buy Hydra, you can't buy Hydra on crypto.com or Coinbase. Buy Bitcoin, send Bitcoin to KuCoin, to Gate.io. Then on there, you do the transaction, but go to those platforms first, find out which coins they offer. That's the most important part. So if I look here, and I'm in margin trading, by the way, but like I got a boatload of coins I can buy here. I probably got probably 80% of all coins that matter right here. And I can buy them all right now. And that's only because I went. So Deb's saying 4,273 Seller is the limit. So does that mean is that there's a limit to how much you have to buy on Seller? Let me check real quick. And so
yes, yeah, I've just gone on. That's on crypto.com. Because I've put in, you know, when you're deleting and it says in the little boy and it goes into like a grey area and it said 4,273 Seller, which is in our British pounds, £62.84, which is roughly about
it's $87.
£45 for you, $45.
Yeah, it's about $87.
Oh,
So,
87. Oh, you're going up. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so they're coming out with minimums. And the reason they're doing this is because the blockchain obviously is rocking right now. A lot of stuff on different blockchains is rocking right now. Everything's happening very fast. So to buy these coins, they have transaction fees that they have to do on the blockchain. So to make a transaction, they're probably saying that there has to be a minimum so they can probably still turn a little profit. So $86, I would say it's well worth it, because if you're looking at seller, you just see this big old candle going upwards. I see it. I think they're up like 5% today. And I'm looking on crypto.com. Hold on, guys. I got to grab something to drink real quick. I'm getting parched. All right. All right. Where were we? Get out of there.
Hey, Josh.
Josh, sorry, go on. Whoever was speaking first.
Okay. Whoever that was, go ahead, and then we have Holly and Chessa. I don't want to get their questions.
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
I've brought quite a bit of crypto, certain ones.
Okay.
And I brought it on. I've got Coinbase, which is free. So if anybody goes on Coinbase and does all the quizzes, you get Stellar, Graph. There's quite a bit, and it goes up to $31. Now, I've not checked mine today, but it was rising. So that's the first one. That's on Coinbase. I've not brought anything on Coinbase purely because the fees are quite high. So if I wanted to transfer. Now, what I haven't done, and I don't want to risk it, is the wallet. So do you know when you were saying if I join KuCoin and I want to transfer from one wallet to the other, I don't know how to do that. I've not done it yet.
Okay. And like I said, I'm making a tutorial on that, and I'm trying to get that out. But the basic, let's just see here. I'm trying to get rid of this right here. I know you guys can't see my screen.
So if I was to go on the app,
okay, go on to the app. What app are we on? Are we on Coinbase or?
I'm going on to crypto.com because I've only got two apps, crypto and Coinbase,
Okay.
but I will look at KuCoin.
Pick a coin. Pick one of your coins.
Okay, so one of my coins is I've gone to Bitcoin.
Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. So when you click on Bitcoin, you're going to see at the top, you're going to see buy, sell, or transfer. Right?
Right, just bear with me a moment because that's not what I've got on mine. Okay, so if I click on Bitcoin on the app, so when it comes up, it just shows on mine at the moment. It's got Binance Coin, Crypto.com Coin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum in that order.
Okay, click on the bottom and click accounts.
Accounts, right? Okay, yes.
Okay, so click accounts, and it should say crypto wallet. You see crypto wallet?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Click on the crypto wallet, and it'll come down, and it'll tell you all the cryptocurrencies you own.
Yes.
Okay, now click on one of them.
I'll just do Bitcoin as I've got that. Yeah.
Okay, so now what does it say at the top? It should say buy, sell, and transfer, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, now if you click transfer, it's going to come up at the bottom. It's going to say deposit or withdraw, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you click withdraw, the next thing it's going to say is withdraw Bitcoin, crypto.com users, crypto.com DeFi wallet, or at the bottom, it's going to say external wallet.
Yeah. Yeah, got that. Yeah.
You
So
click
there's one crypto.com user, the two in between are grayed out, and then it's external wallet.
Yep. Then external wallet, you click on that, and it's going to ask you to add a wallet. And so what I showed you on here is on KuCoin. Remember we went to KuCoin and we created that wallet address that I just showed you?
Yes.
You copy that and you put it right there. And then you go to the next step and it tells you how much. It's
So basically I'm on KuCoin. So I create the wallet on KuCoin as well. Create the wallet on crypto.com, but external wallet.
You already
Click
have
on
the
the
wallet. So you already have the wallet on
Yeah,
crypto.com.
sorry. So I'm going into the external wallet because obviously my money's already there.
Correct.
Yeah.
You want to transfer it to an external wallet off of crypto.com. But this is only if you want to. I mean, look, you can just leave your Bitcoin there in crypto.com unless there's a certain coin that you want to buy on KuCoin.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only because the only reason why I ask is because at any point or some point I may want to transfer it over to another coin, but I don't want to touch Bitcoin. That was just my first thing. I'm quite happy with what I've brought so far. So basically, yeah, I've got a rough idea now. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, and like I said, I don't have the transfer right now. That's why I haven't made the tutorial.
No, that's fine.
But and I don't really want to touch my Bitcoin because it's moving up.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's what I'm keeping mine there. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to be transferring some coin here in the next few days off of KuCoin. And so what I'll do is I'll just take you guys through that transaction in one of these videos, and that'll probably be the best thing to do. Holly, go ahead, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Deb.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
So I had a question. I went on to KuCoin and had started an account before you said the part about not starting the KYC verification.
Mhm.
So I actually have started that.
Okay.
When I
that's
went
fine.
through and read their user agreements, it does sound like it's okay for US citizens now to that.
Right,
it
but you're going to be
says-
restricted on coins.
Okay.
So that's the
So-
key, is you will be restricted on a whole bunch of different coins.
Okay, so there's no way to undo that then because I already started the process.
No, just, I mean, have you completed the process? Have you went through and they're verifying you now?
Yeah, I'm waiting for them
you're
to
fine.
finish.
Don't worry about it. Just see what happens. You'll be our guinea pig.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically I'm on another platform. So I'll show you. I'm on MCX Exchange. This is pretty cool because I logged in yesterday. So this is MCX Exchange right here, right? Well, as it loads. That's not it. MXC, sorry. Yeah, that's it. This guy. And it looks just like KuCoin. Because guess what? They built on the same template. Right? But so I go to log in, comes up with my information, right? Click on that. Do the little slide thing. It's going to ask for my Google CAPTCHA. And sometimes it lets me in and sometimes it doesn't. Will it this time? I don't know. But let's go here. And so Google CAPTCHA is, have you guys figured that out yet? Google CAPTCHA?
No.
So there's two different apps. There it is. See it? Dear user, your IP KYC information is detected to belong to the United States. According to relevant regulations, MCX cannot offer any trading services for U.S. users. If you are a user from the United States, please stop trading and withdraw your assets from MCX. Just like that. That's why I don't do KYC. But I don't know if they're going to do that on KuCoin, okay? But if I go over here and I use a if I go over there and I use a VPN, I can trade perfectly fine on there as long as I don't use my credit card. So I can bring Bitcoin in or Ethereum in and I can trade on their platform, buy the coins. I can transfer them off, but it's expensive as hell on KuCoin, by the way, or on MCX or MXC. So that's kind of why I say is I don't know who KuCoin is. They are a Hong Kong based company. But so far they've been awesome. I'm absolutely loving the platform. I mean, I have a lot of money on their platform. The reason I do is because I trust the platform and it's once you learn how to use it, it's really easy. Okay, people are asking about Google Authenticator. So you guys know what 2FA is? Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, MFA, 2FA. Whenever you sign up for an email address, they're always asking you for your phone number. They're going to send you a text message because they want to validate it's you. This is multi-factor authentication. So Google has an app in the Play Store called Google Authenticator. It's in the iPhone and Google App Store. You download the app and you'll have a little plus button. And when you hit the plus button, it's going to ask you, do you want to scan or manually enter? And so with a lot of these accounts, you can go in and you can create a two-factor authentication. And I recommend it under account security. You go to account security and you do the two-factor authentication. And see right there, enabled. So on KuCoin, for instance, my phone's disabled because my phone is tied to the United States, but my Google verification is enabled. And so all you do is you just click on that and it's going to ask you for the first time that you do that, it's going to give you a QR code to scan. And you go in there and you scan the QR code and it sets it all up for you and asks you to verify it. And it's just a code that changes every 30 seconds. And so they just link to this one app and, you know, the code comes up on your phone and it comes up on their side and you don't see it, but it authenticates you through Google. So that's what that is. And so a lot of platforms use that. It's a good security feature because you can't spoof that. Traditionally, you can't spoof that. All right, Chessa, go ahead and your question.
So
I wasn't sharing my screen. I thought I was sharing my screen the whole time. Sorry, guys.
on Coinbase, I bought that Algorand because it was doing a 6% back on it.
Yeah.
But I saw when you had it up on KuCoin will give you 12%. So if I wanted to move it to KuCoin, I just want to make sure I understand this. I need to send the money to my Coinbase wallet, create a wallet over on KuCoin, and then send that Algorand over that direction.
Okay. So one thing you want to look at, okay, is I'll also, I want to show you guys this because I had the same thing and I was like, wait a minute, I can put my Algorand on KuCoin and make more than 6%, right? And so if we go down here and we use this little scroll bar, Algo, look at that, 5 to 7%. So where was the 12%? Where did we see the 12%? I remember seeing it. I'm just asking, where did you see the 12%? Was that under the staking?
Drop the link in the chat. All right, so I just popped that in there. Hopefully that'll take you to the page because it's got on there stake USDT earn an APR to 12%.
And that might have been an old news article they had. When Algo first came out, they were offering 12%.
I don't know. It says I think it's February 10th, but it could.
Okay. And so this is one of the other good things about KuCoin is they run promotions where if you get in on that promotion, you'll get that percentage. So let's see what it says here. Oh man. All right. So Algorand Innovation Rewards. Enjoy an APR of 12%. All right. So actually, this is what it's saying here. So celebrate the stablecoin USDT ASA and USDC ASA launching on Algorand. PoolX will cooperate with Algorand project to launch a series of New Year's campaigns as gifts. Activity 1, USDC and USDC flexible staking. Okay. What this is basically if you stake USDT Tether and USDC stablecoin on KuCoin, they'll give you a 12% because they're utilizing it for liquidation, for liquidity on Algorand's blockchain. So this isn't staking of Algo, it's the staking of USD stablecoins. All right. I did the same thing. I was thinking the same exact thing you were. But see right
But
here.
if I wanted to trade for debt, is that the one you wanted to?
See what we're looking at right here on the screen?
Yeah.
So this is USDT on the Algo blockchain staking at 12.9%. Right? So
Hey Josh, would that be good to do if, like, say you sold something and made a couple $100 and didn't want to buy into anything? If you sold to like USDT?
Yep. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm hesitant on Tether right now. But DAI is another stable coin. USDC is a stable coin. And so, yeah, I mean, you could easily, if you had a whole bunch of cash that you don't want to put in a coin, if you want risk mitigation in the sense of cryptocurrency, stable coins. And so if you just want to earn 12.9% and just, you're fine with that, put your money into a stable coin. But yeah, so to kind of answer that question is what we were seeing there was, it was a little confusing, and I agree that it was confusing because I thought it was exactly the same thing to the point where I got my algo ready to trade and send. Right? And look at this. So this is the older stuff. But this is the kind of stuff that they do on KuCoin. Is let's click on this one and read this one. And this was released today. So 5 million algo being given away. And so they tell you how to get 5 million algo, a piece of the 5 million algo. This is why they're pretty cool. I mean, you can go on here and you just do their challenges, or you just hold 2,000. Okay, so you got to hold $2,000 more of algo. So that's $2,000 of algo in your PoolX account. You can get $10,000 algo in trial funds. The snapshot happens tomorrow. The amount available for trial funds for this task is 2 million algo. And so they'll basically do an airdrop where you'll get free algo. If I had $2,000 of algo, I'd probably do this. But I have like $100 of algo. But yeah, it's they offer really good deals here. But yeah, we have to just, and a lot of this stuff can be very complicated in what they're saying. So be very careful when you read the fine lines of what they're really saying that you need to do. Like conditions, total allocation, 2 million algo. Algo holding is 2,000 and PoolX can receive 10,000 algo trial funds. Total allocation, 3 million. Quiz accuracy. And then they tell you kind of the breakdown right there. The caps, the maxims, the minimums. I'm actually going to read that. I might move some money over and try to do that. But let's, and I like that you guys are going out there and you're looking at all these things and you're trying to find the ways that you can kind of earn, right? Because that's what this is about. Is the beautiful thing about blockchain is you have a stake in the chain and you have governance over it and you have the ability to make money with money, right? Not only that is you have other people's money as well. And so what do I mean by other people's money is, if you look at here, I can do crypto lending. So I can lend people money on crypto. So let's just say we're with Brady and he's like, hey, I got, a few $100 and I don't want to put it in any cryptocurrency. What do I do with it? Well, you can just come on over here and you can lend it out like a loan to people. And KuCoin will take care of all of that for you. That's actually how they are able to loan on margin. Is they produce their liquidity through the actual platform, is you have lenders on the platform that earn interest, and therefore they're able to give coin on margin. And so there you go. There's all the different rates the different coins. And so you can come in here and you can lend USDT, you can do auto lending, or you can borrow. And they give you different rates, daily interest rates right here, annualized interest rates, 14-day return, different loan rates, different coins. And so this is why I love it, because basically in the modern financial system that we have in this world, if you don't have $100 million, you're not making any money. Yeah, if you have $10 million, you can maybe make some money off your $10 million while it's in the bank, but that bank is going to charge you out the ass to use your money for them to make money first, right? But here you can take $100, and yeah, you might not make much money off of it, but you can take $100, you can invest it, and you can get 12% interest on that a year. So you can get 100 is going to give you 12 coins a year. Let's say that 100 coins that you just bought goes up to $1,000 a piece. Now that investment was really worth it. And so we have to look at it in that way, is that this is what it does for us, is it gives us this opportunity to utilize the blockchain to become a bank, in a sense, is that we all become these singular points of a bank instead of having a centralized point of configuration as a bank, where these exchanges only operate because of us. That us going there and exchanging and trading, we produce the liquidity, we produce the lending, we produce the margin, we produce the staking on the blockchain, which produces the liquidity for the blockchain to actually go about and do its function. And so it's, I don't know. I look at it in such a kind of, it's very liberating to look at this financial system in this way, because we truly become in control. Whether you have $100 or not, you are in full control of what happens with your money, even though Uncle Sam wants to take 50% of it. Yeah, just leave it on the blockchain. Leave it on the blockchain, like your 401k. Take a loan out. Pay the loan back with your interest capital that's in blockchain, because you can pay it back in blockchain. But they're saying now that services rendered is a taxable event, which I'm going to call BS because that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, Ray, go ahead, and then Ray, and then Karen.
Hey, Josh, going back to what you just said about the possible airdrop. So if I have $1,000 in algo on Coinbase, I can move that to Pool X or KuCoin and then purchase another.
Yeah. So, okay. Good call. So let's just say, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So we're here, right? So there's KuCoin. You would want to go in here to Pool X, right? When you get into Pool X, so it's not this one we're looking at. It was the other one, right? Yep, get your share of trial funds right here. And it's going to tell you the instructions on what you have to do. But it looks like the snapshot is tomorrow that you have to have the funds in by, which obviously with blockchain, you can get them in right there. It just says hold $2,000 or more of Algo in your PoolX account. And you can get 10,000 Algo in a trial funds. I don't know what the trial funds means. We'll have to look at that up. The amount of available trial funds of this task is 2 million Algo. They will be allocated to the holders according to their positions held by the users from highest to lowest. Hold 500 or more of, okay, so task 2, you got to hold 500 or more of unlocked poll in your account X and participate in the quiz. Click there. Provided by Algorand project. Users can get to the corresponding trial fund amount. Okay, so 2 tasks. Right there. So you have to hold 500 poll, which poll is like 9 cents. So it's like $50 in poll, right? And then another, you'd have to have another 1,000 and algo, and you can buy algo right on this platform. So if you transfer the algo over, you'd also want to travel Bitcoin over. So you could purchase on the platform or just buy the other, $1,000 worth of algo and then transfer it all over at the same time.
But is it 2,000 or $2,000 worth? I think you have to have 2,000.
It says 2,000 or more algo. Yes, 2,000 or more algo. And I think algo is $1.15, $1.30, $1.20. So it's like $3,300 of algo, I believe.
Okay.
And then, and so rules for the algo trial fund distribution. I'm trying to figure out what it means by the trial fund. How to use the trial fund. During the specific user can participate in the algo 50D on the in addition to staking algo, users can get a share of the pool mining rewards. True, I got that. Yeah. So algo trial funds cannot be withdrawn or transferred from Polex. Okay. After the expiration, they'll take back the trial funds. But the question is what do the trial funds do? So basically, it's like the trial funds are their way of testing their blockchain, it looks like. And so they're going to allow you to get rewards. And I believe what it is they're going to, if you snapshot with the 2,000 algo, right? They're going to give you a certain amount of trial funds. So let's say they give you 10,000 algo in trial funds. That algo is going to get staked in the blockchain. You earn the rewards for the staking of that 12,000 total algo. After the trial period, they take the 10,000 back and you are left with the rewards. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Pretty sure that's what they're saying. And it looks like, I don't know what the percentage is going to be. But who knows? It could be a good percent. It could be like a 20% reward. But I'm not seeing it in here. And in your score on the quiz determines how many trial funds you get. Oh, you got to love these guys. Oh, right there. So you get 11% pull rewards. Yeah, so that's why I said it's good to read through all this to see what they're really doing, right? But that's the beautiful thing is, oh, there you go. So there's another one right here. Innovation competition, a new way to transfer USDT and $35,000 to be won. So there's another one. But there's a lot of different things and ways to make money on these platforms because they want something called platform adoption. They want people to use their product so they can make money and they can become $100 billion holding company. So they offer tons of rewards. A lot of these coins like Hydra and so forth, right? They want people to get platform adoption. They need to test out certain technologies. So they pay people to test their technologies. So this is what staking does. It provides liquidity on their blockchain, which means that people use their blockchain and they pay you for that. So this is why these platforms are so critical. Now, companies like Coinbase and Crypto.com, what's the difference? Well, these are very large companies, right? Well, guess what they're doing? Is they're taking a certain percentage of all those rewards. So they're acting as a middleman between you and the blockchain and taking a certain percentage. Even KuCoin does that. They all do this, right? So they all take a certain percentage, but the larger the exchange, usually the less percentage they're going to take because they're doing more volume overall. Now, Coinbase is a very large platform, but with the algo rewards that we did see, like the 6 to 8%. So if you look at if you go to Coinbase and you're on the app and you go to algo portfolio and you go to algo rand, it's $1.37 and they're giving 6% rewards right now for it, which is pretty damn good. But you could probably get an extra 2% if you went somewhere else because it's between 6 to 8% daily. But Coinbase just gives you a fixed percentage. Why? Because they're taking the other 2%. But that's their fee for using their platform, which I'm completely okay with. I mean, it's just easy. Click, click, done, right? So that's that. Thanks, Ray. Was there anything else, Ray?
Sorry, no, nothing else. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Karen, go ahead.
Okay, I have just a couple questions, so I'll just
Sure.
ask all of them and then maybe you can address them. But just a really basic question to go back to just crypto. Like I'm thinking about how the dollar was backed by gold and silver and all of that. So now if crypto isn't backed by any of that, what gives it its value over, as it grows? Where does, I don't know. I just need a little more explanation on like that. And then the other thing was the Coinbase rewards that you could get from watching the videos. That was available on my Coinbase account for the first couple of days, and now that's gone. The only way I can earn rewards is by sharing with another person, like inviting someone to the platform. So if anybody can tell like where I can go watch a video and earn a couple coins or whatever, that would be helpful. And then of course I went ahead and already bought some of that seller because I'm impulsive that way. So would you be able to go back to the charting and just talk a little bit about, show it on the candle chart?
Yeah, give me 1 second on that. Now, when you're in crypto Coinbase, okay, if you click on the home button in the bottom left-hand corner, so open the app, click on the home button in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay. At the top, you're going to see get crypto rewards from Coinbase. Don't click that. Just scroll towards the bottom of your watch list. You'll see top movers, and then you'll start seeing something called learn. Do you see that? Rewards and learn, all that stuff?
So I have the top movers, and then directly below it, it says rewards, start earning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I click on that purple box and it shows me all my rewards. And it says I can invite friends. I can stake in Cosmos, stake in Tezos,
Okay.
DAI rewards. And
Did
then
you go through all the videos?
The videos are all gone now. This is all my options are now, to stake or to invite someone to the platform. There's no video links anymore.
Huh.
Under rewards. That's why I'm confused.
Because so if I go in there, the only one I see is Cello, $6 in CLD, and New Cipher, which is $3 in NU, $9 in Compound, which I haven't done. But yeah, so I got 3 things for rewards. But if you've watched them all and you've already done them.
I haven't. I didn't get a chance to. They appeared before I could see them.
That's weird. So maybe see if there's an update.
Do you see a purple box that says rewards, start earning?
Yeah, crypto rewards right there. And I click on it.
Okay, so I click on that.
Yep. The first thing that I see is Cello.
The first thing I see is invite friends.
Okay, can I put it up here? Oh, that's weird. You know what it might be? It might be that rewards program or that coin is not available in your state.
Oh, because before when I first got it, I could see, click on this video to earn 3 of this or whatever. And now they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have those options anymore, but I'm in Arizona.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that's weird. Maybe try online. You could always log into that account on your computer and see if they're on the desktop.
Okay.
Plus, they always will send you email notifications about them occasionally. So pay attention to that as well. So you asked, what gives things like Bitcoin intrinsic value, kind of like gold has intrinsic value, right? Well, let me ask you this. What gives gold its value?
The limit on how much there is of it.
Scarcity. But let's think about this: is water's scarce, but water's fairly cheap, right? So So the scarcity isn't really what makes gold valuable. Now, in modern day society, gold has certain values pertaining to manufacturing, engineering, these types of things, right? But that's not really where the intrinsic value comes from. Where does gold's intrinsic value come from? Because we choose to give it
Demand?
value,
No.
right? I mean, literally, it was shiny and metal it was easily malleable, right? You could easily melt it down. You could easily form it into new things, and it was very shiny and soft, has these properties. So gold became intrinsic because of its malleability, because we could put it into different things and make it into different things. And it was because it was shiny. Shooting from my hip here, but it has no intrinsic value unless we give it value. That's with anything. The only thing that has value is whatever we give value to. Now, silver should be worth more than gold because it has more purposes in engineering. It's more electrically conductive. It has more manufacturing and engineering principalities, and it's utilized heavily within space. Okay, so what gives Bitcoin intrinsic value? Absolutely nothing. Now, to a certain extent, Bitcoin is a distributed ledger, decentralized distributed ledger. That means that every transaction that's ever occurred on the Bitcoin blockchain is still in the digital space. It still exists. And we can go back and we can validate every single one of those transactions. Okay. Now, that in itself is valuable, right? Because it shows a level of trust for that blockchain since its inception. It shows that that blockchain has been accurate to a certain degree. Now, adoptability, you and me are what give blockchains trust. You and me are what give fiat dollars, dollars value, because we choose to use them in the exchange of goods and services. Gold and silver, same thing. Because we choose to bring value to those things is why we have a system based upon them. Now, with blockchains, what we're seeing today, Cardano, BET, these things, is they're not just currencies, they're technologies. And so Polkadot, for instance, maybe this is a good one to look at. I just hate the name Polkadot, but it's basically the same thing that Cardano is doing, right? And it's a $35 coin. But Polkadot, so they have a programming base called Substrate, and it's open source, so anybody can code on it. And you can go in there and you can create a blockchain that's a node on Polkadot, and then you can just separate it. You don't even need the Polkadot blockchain anymore. You don't need to keep them there. And they should have something here that says projects. Where is it? Just looking at this earlier. Maybe it's under technology. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna be able to find it, but they have a whole bunch of different technologies that integrate into their blockchain. And these technologies basically create a distributed digital ecosystem. Now, think about what that means, right? What brings value to the Red Pill Project, Social Red Pill, the app that we're all on? What brings value to it? Don't say me, but what brings value to it? All of us, we do. It's because we use it that the value exists, right? If there's 5,000 people on it, one person was on there every day going, hi, hi, high, nobody would use it, right? But it's because we adopt it and bring our attention to it and use it that it has value. The same thing goes with a blockchain. And so that makes you also wonder, is that not all blockchains can exist, right? Eventually, we're going to go from this wide platform of blockchains to maybe 2 or 3, kind of like in the early days, you had Google, you had Yahoo, you had Excite, you had there's other ones. I know there was. We just can't remember them, right? But there's like 10 different search engines, and eventually you have 2. And actually, you only have 1 because that other one really just doesn't even exist anymore. They're just over there. They like to follow the big boys, but they really don't do much. The only thing that they did was they bought Time Warner and Verizon and got lucky, but that Yahoo. But we have a search engine. Now we have basically one platform and they won it all. So think about blockchain as maybe even moving in the same way. I don't think that'll happen because with blockchain technologies is centralization is contrary to the whole principle upon it, right? Is we want free and transparent information. We want open systems. We want self-governance. And so centralizing a blockchain to a certain point of control just doesn't make any sense. So we're probably always going to have a distribution of equality amongst various blockchains. Will we have 1,000 different blockchains? No. It'll probably be about 20 blockchains in an ecosystem. And those ecosystems will be basically what we're calling private intranets. And what is an ecosystem comprised of? Well, think about the Red Pill Project. You're going to have media, you're going to have information distribution, you're going to have stores and shops and websites and content and information. You're going to have all these things that you can currently get on digital platforms, and they'll exist within that blockchain. And that stuff will say, hey, I want to go use that. I want to go to that website. So that means I have to go to that blockchain to go to that website. And so that there is a value of which that value is represented by the coin, by the cryptocurrency. So that's kind of what you want to start thinking about when you start thinking about intrinsic value. Think about the technology that they're doing, the blockchain, and what the ecosystem, the digital ecosystem, can basically sustain. This is where if you're looking at the news right now at Bitcoin and the Lightning Network or Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0, the big question is scalability. Scalability means exactly that. How do I take something from this size and make it this size without screwing everything up? Scalability. Bitcoin's having problems with that. But guess what? Bitcoin was never meant to scale to that extent. Bitcoin was never meant to have smart contracts and be built on. That's why they built the Lightning Network, to come in and do exactly that. And so it can integrate with the Bitcoin blockchain, but be a separate entity that kind of does all those other things. That's not what its intent was made for by its founder. Its founder basically wanted Bitcoin to be a sound currency. That was it. That is all. A sound currency. The currency of the internet, period. Ethereum, on the other hand, said, hey, look, there's more here. We can do more. We do these things called smart contracts. Basically, is we can create a program inside of the blockchain, a program inside of a program. And that program basically allows certain parameters to happen within the blockchain. That's a smart contract. But here's the problem is they built this platform and now everybody's going to use it. And it's really hard for them to expand it to the next level. So they had to come about and figure out ways to expand it to the next level. And that's what Ether 2.0 is going to be, but they're at ETH 1.5 now. So the next step is ETH 2, and that should be coming out really any day now, any day, any week. And when that happens, you're going to see the price of Ether go boop. If you guys saw, I posted something about Ethereum's price on, it was a video talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think it was from BitBoy. And he was talking about how the whales are artificially keeping Ethereum's price down. They're doing this by basically what they did is they pulled all their Ethereum off the blockchain and put it in cold storage. So these are the guys that hold a lot of Ethereum. So if we pull money, if we pull Ethereum off of the blockchain, the price to use the blockchain increases because there's not enough liquidity, right? Nobody's staking it. So by doing that, they keep the price artificially low of the coin because nobody wants to use the blockchain. And they're doing that because they want people to sell it so they can buy it all up. The institutions that buying $50 billion worth of Bitcoin also want to buy $50 billion worth of Ethereum. But if they came in right now and bought $50 billion worth of Ethereum at $1,800, that price would skyrocket to $30,000 really fast. And so they have to be very careful when they do that and how they do that. And they want to get a good deal on it. So what we're seeing now is them driving the price down of Ethereum just a little under 2,000. They're keeping it under 2,000. You notice it goes up and then pops down, goes up, pops down. Well, one of these days, it's just going to go parabolic. It's just going to go straight up to like $5,000-$6,000. You can be like, what the hell just happened? An institution bought. Then it's just going to be steady steps just like that. That's why I always say is have a little bit of Ethereum because that's going to happen. Don't worry about the price manipulation. The price manipulation is actually a good thing because they want to draw the price down, get people to sell who don't know what they're doing so they can buy lower and increase the price up. So did that help you, Karen? I know I kind of went off a tangent there as well, but you guys know me by now. That's kind of what I do.
Yes, thanks. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better.
No, yeah, you're fine. Listen, it ain't going anywhere. If BlackRock just put $50 billion into them, they ain't going anywhere.
So I have a little bit of the Ethereum. Are you saying that people should, stick with their Ethereum or try to get on the 2.0, or is that not even open yet?
So Ethereum right now is trading at, and Yola, we'll get with you in 1 second. Ethereum right now is at, I don't have Ethereum price up here. ETH. I think it's like 1,800, 19. It was at 1,900 earlier. It was pushing 2,000 for the while and then was bought down. It's up 6% for the day, which is the most it's been up in a while. It's at 1933. Shit, I still wish I was in that trade. It's at 1933 and it keeps on just getting pushed down and pushed down. Now, I'm telling you is the price between 17 to 1900 is the lowest that Ethereum is ever going to be for anytime soon. Unless they come out and their whole blockchain fails with the V2, that's when they'll dip down to like $400 again. I don't foresee that happening because the price has been fairly consistent. And you can see that they're artificially manipulated. And the reason they artificially manipulate it is because they want to keep the price low so they can buy in at certain points in time. Because you got to remember, if a company like Blackstone or Elon Musk is going to go out there and buy $1 billion worth of Ethereum, they can't just go in there and put their credit card information in and hit enter, right? It doesn't work that way. They have to go through the SEC. They have to do an asset distribution form. They have to have that money transferred, right? So there's steps to take to do those types of things. And so they want to keep that price fairly steady for a while before they do that so they can negotiate that price point with various exchanges to get in there. And so that's what we're seeing with Ethereum right now. And that's why a lot of people are saying, pay attention to Ethereum. It's about to blow up. And so if you have a little bit of Ethereum, that's a good thing. That's why I always say 25% in Ethereum, 50% in Bitcoin. And if you did that when I said it, you should all be happy campers. If you put 50% in Bitcoin, and if you put 25% in Ethereum, you'll probably be a happy camper here soon. So hope that answers that. Yola, go ahead. Oh, I put her to sleep. I'm sorry. There you are. I didn't put you to sleep. You're still wide awake. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. You're not muted, but we don't hear you. Hold on. Let's try this. Try it again. Yola, I don't know what's up. I think you're just having maybe some technical difficulties where you're at with your reception. So you can just let us know the question either in the chat or if you can get to a place that has better reception, because I can see that you're frozen up right now. So just let us know. I know you had asked me a question in the chat and I did answer it and sent that back to you. Does anybody else have any questions or anything that we want to touch on while we're waiting for Yola here? In just 1 second, I got to do something real quick.
Josh, I do have a quick question. It's regarding Coinbase. I've been making some purchases through there, and I noticed that I'll see what the price says on the overview, and I go and purchase it, and it's always different what I'm purchasing than what it's telling me the price is.
Okay, sorry. So say that again. I'm sorry.
So if you're on the Coinbase on the desktop, I was watching Bitcoin because, I wasn't sure after our call yesterday when to buy it, but I waited for it to go down. Over on the overview, it shows what the price is. Right now it's showing 51,880.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to purchase it, at the price that it was yesterday. But after it goes through, I look in my wallet, and then it shows me that the price per coin was something different, which I was happy about because the price per coin was actually a little bit lower, but I don't understand where they're pulling their figures from. Like if they're showing me when I go to buy it, it's one price. Would you know why it's purchasing at a different?
Yeah. So think about this: is the market's continuously fluctuating, and you're in a very volatile market right now, right? So the price can move hundreds of dollars within just a matter of seconds. So when you go to purchase, it should lock you in. You should see like a timer that's drawing down, and that should lock you in at a certain price point because you're coming in as a market, not a limit order. The limit order just means that I want it this price and this price only. You can't do that on Coinbase and Crypto.com. You can do that on KuCoin. But on these, you're doing a market order at basically a variation of that price. So they might buy you 10,000 or 10,000 coins, and you're trying to get it at $1.20. And they might get it at $1.20, $1.20.009, $1.20.00019, $1.21, $1.19, right? It variations of that price. Kind of like when you buy a stock, you're going to get it when you buy market, they're going to buy all those at various market prices. So that's kind of what you're seeing. And there's always a slight delay with exchanges and the actual price coming off of the blockchain.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And Yola, go ahead. I see that you're back.
Hi, I'm back.
Yeah, perfect.
You put me to sleep and you kicked me out. No, I'm kidding.
kick you out.
I think I kicked myself out. Okay, so going back to Ethereum and Bitcoin, if I'm using crypto and Coinbase right now and I have Bitcoin on both, so my question is it good idea to have those coins on both?
Yeah.
Or that's just whatever up to?
I do the same thing. I had Bitcoin all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally had some Bitcoin, and that one exchange that I showed you, MCX, I actually had the Ether on there, and it was Ether at $300 a coin when I put it on there. And so it was only a few bucks. I'm like, whatever, right? But I go back in there and Ether's at almost $2,000 a coin now, and it was $100. I'm like, whoa, I got $100. So it's kind of, just make sure you know where your money's at, though. Pay attention to where your money's at. So yeah, it's okay to have it on different platforms, and I actually recommend it because there's no central point of failure. Right?
Okay, and another question, I want to ask about using VPN.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play with Binance.com.
Okay.
Because there was a specific coin that I want to get there. So I'm still trying to set up, but I downloaded the Lithuanian VPN.
Perfect.
So do I connect that VPN only? So I forgot to turn it off, and then I was not able to log into a lot of websites.
Oh yeah, you got locked out of all your Gmail accounts and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
So is that the idea to turn it on only when I'm going to Binance.com?
I would use anytime that you're going to transact over a wallet from your desktop, other than like crypto.com or Coinbase. So, or even just, I mean, if you're on an exchange, you're fine. If you're on an exchange, you're fine. But if you're doing like your MetaMask wallet or a desktop wallet to somewhere else, use a VPN. And so
Okay.
if you're like, for you, what you're doing is a little bit different from everybody else, because you can go into Binance.com. You can create a Lithuanian account because you probably have an address there that you can utilize as a reference, right?
Correct.
Which makes, and then you use a Lithuanian IP address and you're good to go. You can buy any coin you want. And that's actually a good resource to have in our mastermind group, because now we can all just give her money and she can buy us coins.
Bring it on.
But so here's the thing, is she's going to have different coins available to her than we are. And that's a good thing, because now there's might be a coin that we know is going to go up. That's going to be, it's at under a cent. And we know that it'll be 10 to 20 cents in the next few months. We can just pool our money in Bitcoin, give it to her. She can buy it, distribute us our coins into wallets, and we ride the wave. So pretty interesting that we have this global community. It's kind of nice.
But Binance.com, so I'm very, very new learning, but the Binance.com is an exchange, right? Because I can't buy anything there by cash.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
so
the largest exchange in the world.
So what do I do? Do I buy Bitcoin or Ethereum on crypto Coinbase? It doesn't matter which one, and then move it there?
I mean, if you're able to get a Coinbase.com account and hook up your Coinbase and hook up your credit card to it with their KYC, right?
KYC.
Yeah, KYC is your validation of your identity validation.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of passport do you have?
Say that again.
What kind of passport do you have?
Lithuanian, but crypto and Coinbase I opened with American documents.
Correct. That's fine. But on crypto.binance.com,
yes,
do your KYC with your Lithuanian passport.
Yes.
And
I did it already.
Yeah. You get an account there. That's your KYC. And then you attach a credit card. They shouldn't care where that credit card's from. Your bank might, right?
Okay, because I have a Lithuanian card too, so I'm trying to attach my Lithuanian card.
Yeah, so just do that, and then you should be good to buy anything that you want to buy. And so here's the thing, is you can just buy Bitcoin right there on Binance.com.
Oh, okay, because I don't think I saw it. I only saw where it's always another, but I'll look again.
Well, on Binance.com, when you get in there, it's going to look a lot like what we're looking at here, right? It's going to look kind of like this. You're going to have to go into the market, and there's going to be, and so it actually should look exactly like this because they all use the same platform. And so it'll look like this, and you're going to see down here, you're going to see open orders, stop orders, order history, trade history. You're going to see spot and margin, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy it outright with cash and you have money in your account, spot is how you want to buy it. You just go over here, and you should have Tether, because that's where your money should be. If you bought money on Binance.com, you're buying it in Tether, because that's the trading pair we're using here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in there and you just say, I want to buy $100 and Bitcoin 100%, and say buy, and it goes to your Bitcoin wallet. Good to go. And that's how you buy on Binance or KuCoin or whatever it might be.
Okay. I'm looking for Digibyte, actually. That's why.
Yeah. Or you can buy a margin, and that's a little bit different.
I'll play with it.
Yeah. And so if you want, just go ahead and send me like a screenshot or an email, and I'd be more happy to help you there. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Mark,
Josh.
Yeah, no problem. Mark, go ahead, my friend.
So just a quick question. Was trying to make some coin purchases for the first time, and no one will let me purchase using a credit card. And it says it's being denied by my financial institutions, and I tried everything under the sun. So I'm out of credit cards. So I was just curious, is it safe to do a bank transfer? So Coinbase offers that where I can, transfer the money directly from my account into their account. I'm very apprehensive on that just because lack of trust. But the other option is wire transfer, and that's a big pain in the ass.
Yeah. So I have my bank account connected directly to crypto.com on Coinbase. I trust them. With the credit card, yeah, I think you're right. They don't accept credit cards, but they'll accept debit cards, right?
Tried a debit card, and that wouldn't work either.
Well, and here's one of the things you'll have to do is Coinbase. I don't know where their financial institution is located. That should actually clear no problem. Crypto.com is out of Gibraltar, Malta. And so that is probably being flagged by your bank. And what you need to do is call the fraud line at your bank for your credit card and say, hey, I have this transaction coming through from Malta. It's not going through. Can you make an exception and make notes on my credit card allowing that transaction? And that's what I did with my bank, Chase and Wells Fargo, and they both approved them.
Okay, perfect, because I have Chase.
Yeah, I just called Chase up and I said, hey, look, I got a recurring transaction. I do a lot of business through this company in Malta. They don't even ask you if it's crypto. Just say, nope, it's just a company. And they just put a note and annotation on the fraud alert and it cleared it. And every single transaction since then has gone through perfectly fine.
Okay, so you recommend doing that in lieu of a bank transfer?
Yeah, either way works. I mean, the bank transfer is quick, easy, and there's never a fraud alert.
Right.
Because you're literally signing into your bank through a secure channel.
Right.
But, people can be like, I don't know about all that. I can cancel the card. I can't cancel that. Right. So, yeah, just call your bank and see what they can do.
Okay.
Best option.
All right. I only saw the bank transfer option available on Coinbase. I didn't see it on crypto.
Let me see.
And while you're looking, I'm really liking that KuCoin charting that you're using.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, KuCoin is good, man. And so it sucks because it's a little delayed. So it's really hard to kind of to go in there and because like right now I'm moving the screen and it's about a half a second delay. And so that's kind of but if you look right here, we're looking at Cardano. And Mark, you know what RSS is?
As far as stock trading?
Yeah.
God, I do, and I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart.
So you know what your MA lines are? These lines right here, the yellow, the green, and the purple?
Yes.
See how they're converging right now?
Yep.
What's about to happen?
Well, to me, it's getting it to a point of tension and it's going to resolve itself. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down.
That's right. So you're coming at a point of price consolidation where buyers and sellers are coming to a point of equilibrium. So these lines right here that everybody's looking at, these represent basically buyers and sellers. So if you notice how the green bars are going up and you have this green line in front, then it kind of transitional shifts and you have this red bar, right? The purple's way off here. But then all of a sudden, everything starts coming down. The yellow takes over, starts going down, and now everything converges. And look at that. We start seeing this green bar start going up. And so that's price convergence. And this is on a 1 hour time frame. And so kind of show everybody is when you're looking at this stuff, if you're in a non-manipulated market, which every market's going to have a certain variation of manipulation because you have whales that hold money, right? Whales that hold money and move money. But this is what we call price consolidation. And so remember, this was that supply, that one resistance point that we were talking about before. Remember our supply and resistance? So it pops up out of this resistance and comes back down into it, pops down into it again, and is now going to go up. So remember the other day when we talked about support and resistance lines is how after you break through a resistance line, that becomes your new support. Well, that's exactly what they're showing us here is this has become this new support line and price has come to a point of consolidation. Remember when we were looking at Bitcoin the other day and we said, oh my God, look at that. It's coming to this like arrow shape and price is arrowing down to a certain point. And I said, once it gets to that, price can go in either direction. Well, we're seeing this with Cardano right now where the price is going to have to do something. Right? So we do that. And I got a bad delay on this. It's so bad. Yeah.
Isn't that Bitcoin you're looking at, or is it?
Oh, this is Bitcoin. Sorry, you're right. So this is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is coming to a price consolidation. I keep on looking at Cardano over here. So Bitcoin's coming to a price consolidation where it's gonna have to do something. Now it's tested this new support line, right? Came down, went up, came down, went up, dropped down, and boom, big buy up. And then it didn't even get that far this time. So there's a lot of buy orders right here, which means that demand's really high at that 51,000 mark, which means that price is going to come here. Where if price drops down, it's either going to drop down. And my guess, what if it does drop down here, it'll probably come midway and then start forming back up. But I would assume that with this price consolidation, you're going to see a price increase. And you might even see the bull run to 54. Ray, go ahead, my friend.
Like Mark, I was facing the same thing. I cannot do anything on crypto.com because my bank won't allow it. I just went there yesterday and met with the manager, and she said it's their policy that they do not support any cryptocurrency transactions. And then she said, I'm going to have to flag your account for review because you've told us that you have been, purchasing cryptocurrency.
Where are
So
you?
today,
Where are you located, man?
Cincinnati.
What bank is this?
It's Savista. It's a local bank.
I would walk in there, close all your accounts, take all your money, and go somewhere else.
I did that, and I did that yesterday while I was there.
Yeah.
And opened up another account. So I went on to Red Pill last night and asked for recommendations or if anybody else had seen this. And everybody said Chase or Fifth Third. Fifth Third is local. They're a Cincinnati bank. So today I went down and opened up an account at Fifth Third and had a discussion with the manager about it. And they're like, heck yeah, we're looking at even investing in it. They told me that as a bank, they are seriously considering crypto.
That's really sad that small bank is like that, man. That's sad. I feel bad for them because they'll probably go out of business because they're not going to adapt to the times. But that was a good move. That's exactly what they need to hear is people like you coming in and go, well, guess what? I'm closing. You flagged my account. You want to be like that? I'm not doing business with you.
Yeah. And you know what she said?
What's that?
Okay. She just said, okay.
Yeah.
She goes, that's our policy and that's the way it is. I said, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
I'm a consumer and I'll change.
Yep. Give me all my money. See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but at least you can get into a spot where you can be able to buy some crypto.
Well, but here's the thing. I had no problems on Coinbase and Binance.us using the same bank and the same card. It was just until it hit crypto.com because it's out of the country.
Yeah. Crazy. And so we still see that downward trend here on Cardano, but we have the long-term uptrend. I think it's going to go sideways for a little while. So it'll probably bounce off this support line, come back up. It'll probably hit between 90 to 94. This is going to be another test of this line right here. If you see these buy ups right here. And so this is a pretty hard drop, but there's not much volume in it. But you'll probably see a buy up fairly quickly. And we might be able to see this even on the smaller timelines. Yeah. And Yola, did you have another question there, or is it the hand still raised?
No, I'm good. Just my hand is still raised, probably.
Okay.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't drop below 90 cents because then I'm going to be stopped out and I lose money. But okay. Karen, go ahead, my friend.
So if you have Ethereum and your plan is to just hold
Mhm.
or keep buying more if it drops down in price, would it be a good idea to do the staking that they're offering on Coinbase? It's, I think, 7.45%.
So did you sign up for it?
I joined the wait list.
Okay,
before
good.
what
So
was going on.
yes, 100%. So that's Ethereum 2 staking. So that's what I'm doing right now on KuCoin.
Okay.
So basically what it is that they're testing the Ethereum 2 platform out. So they're offering higher staking rates because they need liquidity on the blockchain.
What's the rate on KuCoin?
What's that?
What's the rate they're offering on KuCoin?
10.5%.
Only less than 7.5.
Like I said, they take a certain percentage, right?
Okay.
But KuCoin is a little bit different because they started early, but theirs is through a smart contract. So basically, their programmers set up something, basically created an ETH2 smart contract, which you convert your ETH into. That basically produces the liquidity. Remember how I said this is just going to pop back? Look at that. So it's starting to pop back. So hopefully that stays and price reversal changes. It goes sideways for a while, then price goes up. So we're all waiting for Cardano to go up. I really want Cardano to go up. Cardano goes up, then I'm a happy camper today. Walt, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, I remember last week we were talking about Harmony.
Mhm.
They're like, yeah, it's a good one. So I bought 500 worth of that, and it's already down 20%. Do you think that's still going to trend back up?
20%. I'm down 2% for the day.
Not for the day, but I mean, since I bought it
Oh, okay.
last week, I'm already down 20%.
Well, last week we had a big bull run, right? So everything kind of went up and then came down, right? And now everything should be coming back up. Now, if I look at my 1 week return on ONE, which is Harmony, I'm up 50.36% for the last week.
Yeah. Huh.
If I do a month return, I'm up 270% for the month. So I still say Harmony is a good investment. And one of the ways to tell which are good investments is to see who is picking up on staking, right? Because you have staking pools like the F4 pool they talk about with Ethereum and Bitcoin. If these staking pools are basically taking computer resources to stake in cryptocurrencies, that might be one that you want to hold on to. And Harmony is one of them. And so if it drops 20%, well, you know what, dude? It's fairly cheap. I'd probably put another $100-200 into it. If you have the money to do it, if you have the risk to take to lose $200 if it ever just crashes and goes away, because Harmony is a good blockchain. It's well established. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And the price is most likely going to increase over time. That's my opinion, not my professional advice.
Okay.
But
all right, thanks.
Every time I see it drop 20%, I buy in. And I own, let me see, 181,000 of them. So, and I'm holding that position. I'm not getting rid of them. The only problem I don't like is I can't move them off of crypto.com. Because I'd like to stake my 180,000 at 10%. Because I have 180,000 of them. Then 10% a year, that's 10,000. If that goes up to $1, well, that's good money, right? And it's down 2% for the day. And I don't know if you guys checked out Seller, but Seller is on its way up.
So if you said you couldn't move it out of crypto, is there other places that are offering 10% for Harmony for one?
Yeah, if you can buy it, so you can buy it on KuCoin. And KuCoin, I believe you can stake it for about, I don't know. It's I think it was like 8%. But if you do and I'll send you a Moonstake is just an app I have on my phone, but they're a very big staking pool. You should be able to stake Harmony on there. Oh, no, actually, no, they don't have a staking there. No, actually, no, it's the Harmony blockchain, literally. Hold on. There we go. I was thinking of Cardano when I was trying to move there. So this is Harmony. This is their mainnet, right? And so if I wanted to bring in, I go right here, denomination, Harmony. I send to address, right? So I can receive directly here. And then I can go into the mainnet and I can pick a validator. And so I can get 11%, right? And the fees are 5% with 100% uptime. So look at these as basically places I can put my money. This is how much I can earn. This is what they're going to charge me to earn that. And this is the time that they're online. So I'm trying to put my money in here, right? So I got 180,000 of these coins. I want to put them in here into one of these stake pools to earn double-digit percentages on it. But I can't move it out.
So is the 5% fees that they're charging, is that 5% just for the one-time shot? It's not 5% out of your 11%.
Good call. Yeah, so the fees are charged to actually create the smart contract on the blockchain to stake you in the first place. So think about this: is you have a wallet address and you have 100,000 coins in that wallet address. You're not just going to give them your coins, right? How do they know what wallet it came from? All this stuff. So basically what they do is they produce a smart contract between you and them saying, hey, we're going to give you 11.06% interest for this in this smart contract. Now to do that smart contract, there's money involved because it's on the blockchain, right? So they have to get charged for that. There's fuel costs associated with that. So that 5% is the enter into that contract to basically go into that stake. And anytime that you stake, you're going to have to pay a fee to stake. Like Cardano, it's 340 Cardano anytime you stake Cardano.
Wow.
So $270 right now to stake Cardano. But guess what? When Cardano was a penny, it's $3.40. Yeah, so I mean, trust me, I have a lot of Harmony and I want to move it out and I want to move it into here to the actual blockchain. Kind of like what I did with VE Chain. If you go to VE Chain, right? You can go to the VE Chain Thor blockchain. And I don't have enough to actually stake on the blockchain. But just by holding it on the blockchain, I earn VTHO. And so
yeah, I staked 42,000 of VE Chain last week.
Right. And so you put it into your Thor wallet, they give you VTHO for just holding your VET on their blockchain.
Yeah.
Now, some people are like, it's VTHO though, right? Like, what does that matter? Well, to move VET, you need VTHO. Anytime that you use VET, somebody needs VTHO. So if VET is going to become one of those blockchains that a lot of people use, can you guys see my screen right here? This is VTHO. Yeah, it's at 0.006 6 cents, right? It's up 10% in the last day, just about 10% in the last day. But look at that, parabolic. So VE Chain is going places, and this is the fuel that's utilized to make it go places. So to give you guys an idea of what that means, we'll do T Fuel, I think it is. Yep, Theta Fuel. So Theta Fuel is a coin for the Theta network, Theta TV live streaming, right? Now it's down 30%, but it's at 6%. And so it used to be, what, 0.002 cents, 0.009 cents. Went up to 6 cents, now came down, right? So it's at 6 cents right now. This is a fuel for a blockchain. So VTHO is at 0.006. If you just stake your VET, they give you free coin. There's no better deal than that. I mean, you're getting free money with that kind of stuff. This for putting it on that blockchain. So just kind of different ways to make money here, right? With all this stuff. Anything else, anybody? We got to wrap it up here in a few minutes. I was supposed to be on a meeting. I hope he's on here. He should be in this group meeting right now. So. Well, David's here. Actually, David, I had another one, but we went over on this one as well. So I was supposed to get with Nathaniel as well. But yeah, so David, hit me up afterwards after we get off with a message, and let's figure out what we can do. And then I got to get a hold of Nathaniel because I don't think he's on
the app. You want to message you on the app?
Yeah, message me on the app.
All right.
It's been nonstop Zooms all morning. But okay, so if nobody else has any questions, I think that was a good session today. We kind of went over a lot of different stuff. I got to download this app on my phone to do the tutorial.
Gosh, sorry, just a quick one. I did send a message. Obviously, we've been speaking about the stock markets crashing. We've watched the 45 days, so on and so forth. Obviously, is it Mark that does stocks and shares? Sorry, I do apologise. I've got a puppy. Come here. How are we looking at the stocks and shares? I don't follow them. I don't understand them. So are we still looking at them being quite high for them to dip? Are we still looking at that big dip and obviously crypto going with it?
So I'm looking at the stock market right now, and I'm just disgusted at it because it's massively manipulated. Silver demand is at an all-time high, but yet SLV and silver prices continue to tumble. The same thing with gold. Like GBTC, which is a stock that's basically invested in Bitcoin, is down today, 1.8%. Well, Bitcoin is at an all-time high. The modern stock market is just absolutely crap. I just don't trust it. I don't like it. I think that if you can understand where it's going, it's easy to get into and kind of maybe go with the market. Do I see a correction happening in the market soon? Yes. I would say that there is going to be a market correction very soon. What that correction is going to be, how big of a move it's going to be, I don't know. All I know is they want to put people in fear, panic, and they want you broke. And we're also learning they want you cold and without electricity in the United States. And so broke, cold, without electricity, all this stuff is what they want. So guess what? They're coming for your money next. We all know. We can all see it. It's going to happen. So yeah. And then their Cardano is dropping right now. They're going to drop it before a massive buy up. Man. Oh, well. Oh, well. But yeah, so I do see that actually coming. I don't know what time frame. I can't tell you. Within the next few months, probably, who knows? Probably after Joe Biden has something happen to him and they do the 25th Amendment stuff. I foresee that happening too. It just makes sense that they would do that, and then they crash the economy at the same time because they're going to show you why we need communism. That's what they're doing. They're showing you why we need communism. Why we need government to take care of us. Yeah. But all right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I will have this video posted within the next 24 hours. If you do have any questions, please post them on the platform. I did give everybody the ability to post on the platform. I know some people didn't have that ability. You do now. And also there's a chat in there that you guys can chat in. Tag me if you guys have any questions, or just send me an email, direct message on the platform. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye all.
Bye.
See you later.
Take care.